He is kind enough to join us. There he is. Hello, Plinio. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Ariel. How's everything? Always good.
It's nice to have you as a guest by yourself this time.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
And you're rocking your own merch.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy. I love it. This is amazing. This shirt and the other shirt. You drop your... How many coaches have their own shirts?
Yeah, I don't know, but I do.
How did this happen? How did this all come about? Where can people get this?
Well, they can go fullviolence.com. Full Violence be doing the drops for Alex, and they just offered to do a drop for me, and I said, okay, let's do it. You know, they picked the Tiger photo because I think it's cool, and some other one. And just that's how it happened.
Is this weird for you? I mean, you had your own career, you were a fighter, all that stuff, and now as a coach, you're getting all this attention and love. Is this strange for you?
It's kind of new at the same time. It's not because of my previous career, but of course, the way that everything is blowing out of proportion is new, I think, for all of us. We're all learning together as we go.
You like, this has exceeded all expectations, right? You could have never have imagined any of this.
Well, I knew he had potential and the sky was the limit, but we did not. If you asked me a few years ago, like when I first started working with Alex, like that, I knew that I was going to get this far or like the way that he did. No, none of us could imagine.
And when
we were just working hard.
When did you first start working with him? Do you remember the year, the month?
So I met Alex in Brazil. He was training at a gym from a friend of mine. My coach was helping him with his jiu-jitsu a little bit. And then we met in 2015. We became friends. 2016, he made his boxing debut. I was supposed to have go, ended up not going, had some stuff. And then we settled to start work. He came to New York when he defended his glory belt against Izzy because he always said, bro, when I come overseas, I want to come work with me. And then I start working with him since. So I think from his first or second glory title defense, and then through all his kickboxing career after that, you know, all those world titles, and then the UFC now. We've been brothers.
And in 2020, when he decided to leave kickboxing and take the LFA fight, what was the reason for that? Was he bored of kickboxing? Did he feel like he had why did he make that switch at that point?
Well, the guy had 6-7 title defense at middleweight, became the light heavyweight champion. So he kind of got to a place almost like where he's guiding right now. They're like, where else do we go? You know what I mean? I was just left to fight Rico Verhoeven, which was actually on his contract on Glory. The previous manager that we had, Alex was not too happy with him because the relationship was not as good with Glory. Then George and Ned got in, and then we all became a big family, even with Glory. Even today's days, Robbie messaged me after congratulating us. But got to a point that I think he wanted to just grow a little bigger, and then he wanted to go to MMA. You know what I mean? Like beat everybody with their hands in the UFC. It's kind of today the gold standard of combat sports, so he wanted to migrate for that.
Well, what did you think the ceiling was for him in MMA and in the UFC? What were you expecting?
Bro, I cannot say that I never pictured him to get this far, but because I think it's just the way that we operate on what's the next step. First, the next step was going to the UFC. George said we have 2 more years on the Glory contract. We're grown men. We're going to honor those 2 years. During those 2 years, he won the second division. He made those super fights. So, okay, now we're going to fight for LFA one time. We're going to go to the UFC. We got to the UFC. What is the next goal? Win 3 fights and fight Israel Adesanya, become middleweight champ. He became middleweight champ. Eventually, unfortunately, he lost that belt. What is the next goal? Let's go to light heavyweight. Let's become light heavyweight champ. He became light heavyweight champ. So now our goal for now, defend the belt for a little bit.
Okay.
So if I tell that back then, I was thinking 10 steps ahead. We were just planning to get there, but little by little. You know what I mean? Conquer each battle so we can conquer the war.
May 31st, so about a month ago, you guys were kind enough to come to my show in Newark. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was a great time. I got to do the thing with him. It was unbelievable. The crowd went crazy. You go to the event the next night in Newark, and then shortly after you go to Australia, right, for this tour. I see you on the plane together. Yeah. Where are you? Yeah. When do you get the first call that they need you? Maybe because Conor might be out. Where are you guys when this happens?
We were with people the second week in Australia on the 13th.
Okay, 13.
So we saw the stuff going on with McGregor and stuff, but we could never picture because he was actually not signed, but agreed in full blast to go to fight Prohaska on the Perth card. And we were actually went there expecting that they released the news there so he could do some media there too for that. So we did not find out until the morning of the 13th. Ed Suarez called me. Alex was asleep, and then he said, "Bro, this is the deal. They want Alex to fight." I say, "In 2 weeks?" Absolutely not. He goes, "Yeah, but I think it's also a bad idea." But for his defense, Alex always trains. You saw he was training this morning.
Yeah.
And because the guy don't drink, the guy don't go to parties. His life is just hang out, do barbecues, hang out with the boys, and just train. So and then I say, Ed, do me a favor. When he wakes up, I'll tell him to call. I'm not gonna tell him anything. Bullshit. I woke right away. Listen, bro. They call. Ed's gonna call you, and Ed's gonna ask you to fight in 2 weeks because that's what they want. I say, me as your coach, I'm gonna say for you, I gotta tell you to not fight because I cannot push you to do that. That's your decision. I know who you are. And I know you're gonna take the fights, but they gotta come from you. I'm not pushing. He say under any circumstance, I'm taking this fight. He needed not even flinch right away. He's like, I'll fight, bro. I'll fight. I say, hold on, let's see the logistics. And then him and Ed start talking. Hunting and George and I were back and forth. The next morning, the fight was announced.
The issue of the toes. How were his toes at that point?
Bro, at that point, honestly, the only time that he kicked in the past few months, it's like 6 months since the first GD fight, was the night that he fought Jamal Hill. He kicked on the pads for me to warm him up. Then he didn't kick anymore because he broke the second toe on that fight. So he had both broken toes. Then throughout Australia, we were just doing hands. He sparred Tai Tuivasa just boxing, the other guy just boxing, and then he just started kicking on this last week. But the feeling was the foot was feeling a little better. So if you see on the fight week, we did a lot of kicks because I want him to use the legs. So he went to this fight with the toes maybe cracked, but he was able to. I think because he rested after the 300, so he didn't feel too bad.
Wait, so I saw you and Ty and Alex together. You guys were doing the shoeies and stuff. He sparred
Yeah,
Ty.
that day.
Wow. How was
That
that?
day. Oh, it was great. Ty's a great guy. He's a funny boy. You know what I mean? Like, we all get along. We know each other for quite some time now. Since the last time that we went to Australia, we have friends in common. And then he popped up. He did about 4 or 5 rounds with Alex. We had fun. Then we went to visit his brewery because he got some business there now in Sydney. Nice guy, man. Props for him. He's a cool guy.
And when you're sparring him, is this in the back of your mind, you're getting ready for Yuri, or was it not done yet?
I don't think it was done yet. No, because we found out about the fight. I think we were in Brisbane. So right there, we were just, like I said, we train every day during this trip, regardless. We were doing pads every day, and then I managed just to spar Tai Tuivasa. But like on my mind, we are on the beginning of the camp for Perth.
Oh gosh.
And on his mind too. So much that you saw that we travel a lot this past few months.
Yeah.
The deal was okay, no more trips. We're gonna keep training during the trips, but we're gonna come back. We're gonna go full camp after Australia. Okay, deal. And then the full camp was no camp.
And just curious, as a coach, why did you feel like this wasn't the best idea? Why did you say, I'd rather you not?
No, honestly, bro, I know what he's capable of, and I had confidence, but I can't just push the guy to fight. You know what I mean? Like, what if he don't want to do that, and me and the guys push him to do, and then God forbid something goes south, the blame is on us. You know what I mean? He's a grown man. Alex is a 36, about to be 37-year-old world champion in multiple sports. No matter how much we can guide him, he knows what's best for himself. Sometimes we're gonna say no, but so I just say has the perspective of a coach. If you're gonna fight in 2 months, this is crazy to fight next week. But I knew that he could do it. So I just let for it to be his ultimate decision at the end.
When he said yes, when you guys were flying home, are you nervous? Are you saying like, what are we doing here? This is too crazy?
Oh, I never was nervous, to be honest with you, because I know the rooster and the monster that me and Glover created, to be honest.
Wow.
And the way that I saw him doing over there, and the day before we left, he sparred Dennis McQueen, the guy I think he was ranked number 8 in the world heavyweight boxing. The dude is 6'7", 255, something like that. Great guy, but Alex did very good on sparring with him. I think you guys can see on Alex's YouTube channel. That day boost not only my confidence that was already boosted, because bro, I know, bro, Alex is light years ahead of these guys. And then the day I said, look, you ready for this fight today? And then he saw, and then bro, like 5 weeks for us was just like, you know what I mean? the way that we drew the plan to come to this fight week was supposed to not feeling too responsible for this thing. Like when the fight was booked, he looked at me and say, "Okay, how are you gonna do this?" I say, "This time we're not gonna get no Airbnb. We're not gonna get no big house. We're not gonna bring a whole entourage. It's gonna be me, you, Glover, the corners, and the boys. We're gonna sit on the fighters' hotel. We're gonna go over there like we're gonna fight on the undercard. We're gonna win this fight, go back home."
Wow.
Some I told him with these exact words. Say sometimes you have enough time to look at the blueprint of the bank, check the cameras, and plan a bank robbery. But sometimes you just give your friends a gun, tell them to hop on the car, and let's just go rob a bank together.
That is that is incredible. And then we see the footage of you guys in the locker room. You're dancing before the fight with Big Nog and everyone. Usually it's stress. You're dancing. Is this common for you guys to be dancing in the locker room?
The past fight too, you could see that we were dancing. We are developing these habits because once you're confident that you did everything right, even though it was 2 weeks, he did not slack. He was training, and throughout 5 weeks, since the fight was announced in Australia until the fight night, our confidence even got even higher because he started to really get into becoming important, no Alex Pereira, like in becoming the world champion. And then by that time, man, like what we see him doing in the room, man, you guys don't understand is just crazy. So it's not like arrogance, but it's a level of confidence and the positive vibe that we build around us. We are a small team, but we are a big circle of power. You know what I mean? We are a strong circle of power. So the bond, I think, makes everything like that.
So, throughout the week, Yuri was talking a lot about magical stuff, voodoo stuff. How did you feel about all of that? The stuff that he was saying about Alex?
Dance was magical ritual. That's what I was doing a witchcraft behind before the fight. Man, I think he got a little bit on his head. You know what I mean? Alex have his indigenous background from his parents. He likes to honor, and I respect him a lot that he honors the culture of his people, and I help him to do that. I'm a big supporter. But Alex is a man of God, bro. Whatever you want to call God, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, the Mayas, Koba, the sun is just one, and Alex is a man of God. And I think that Giri somehow, by letting God in his own head that this whole indigenous stuff is witchcraft and whatever, but you know what I mean? That just played more on our side,
Okay.
That just helped.
The face-off as they were in the cage together, that is some intent. We don't see that. They were like statues, stoic. What are you feeling in that moment when you're seeing your guy not moving, the other guy not moving? It was unbelievable stuff, like a movie.
We were all connected on the same energy. If you see me, Glover, Yusri, Melvin, all the other corners, we were not flinching. We were all staring together at Prohaska. In seconds, I saw his coaches that they went to the side, so they basically left the guy alone over there against all the five of us. And that is a very intense moment. I think both are great warriors. You know what I mean? Prohaska is a warrior too. He's second best on the light heavyweight division, not in a bad way, but I think he's better than anybody else that is there. But Alex showed that he's better than him, at least for now. So I think it's just a very nice moment to see two big, great warriors like this, like almost like a gladiator movie.
It really was. How did you feel about the first round? Obviously, he dropped him at the horn, and maybe there's 10 more seconds and the fight is over. But leading up to that point, how did you feel about it?
I was everything according to the plan. Everything according to the plan. When we went to Australia, when the fight was announced, so me and him sat down, we drew the plan because realistically, even though the Alex was training, he was not doing Shark Tanks on last week of fight camp on an 8-week camp, correct? So both were basically on the same scenario. The real scenario, there's Alex a much better stand-up fighter than Prohaska is. So we want to be patient. I told him, bro, let's just take the first 2 rounds easy. Let's pace ourselves because Giri has more, the longer the fight goes, he tends off lack a little bit, his level of discipline lowers, and he start to throw stuff, to start to get a little more risky. You know what I mean? He takes chances. And our game until the fight night was basically going over there, fill the first 2 rounds, and push the pace as the fight goes, especially if Prohaska was going to maybe try to do a grappling match. We knew that none of them would be able to grind for 5 rounds because it was week 2 of the camp. Let's just say like this.
Yeah.
So the longer the fight goes, they'll benefit Alex, And then it happened that thing in the locker room.
Tell me about the locker room. What happened?
We were dancing, right? And then this is how we do fight now. We get there, first thing that Alex do, get his hands wrapped right away. House do his hands, and then we literally get on that groove of warming up. He do me, he do Glover. We go grappling, we go doing pads. At the end, just about 10, 15 minutes, we stop. We just enough, no point that his body is hot enough and sweating enough to stay until he goes to the cage. So that those 10, 15 minutes, we just hang out. From there, you know what I mean? Somebody say, hey, coach, I think the UFC posted a photo of you guys dancing. They compare yours and Prohaska's warm up. So I said, let me see this thing. So and then there was a video of Giri checking the calf kicks and using his hands. So I start looking, I say, Alex, come here to check this thing out. The way that he's doing the blocking of your calf kicks is wrong. He's gonna get caught. And on the first fight, if you see, he used a lot of circular moves with his hands. That's why he got caught, because Alex rolled the shoulder, got the uppercut, and the hook from there. But what he was doing the block of the leg kick, and he was using a lot of moves in line. So I say he's gonna try to catch you almost like from a karate stance. He's gonna come to get you in the middle. The hands are down. And Alex say, yes, but the timing that he's doing is wrong. I think I can get this guy in the head. I think I can use some high kicks with this guy. I say, you absolutely can. Bro, I swear to God, he said, let me see that thing one more time. He looked at me, he said, I'm gonna kick this guy in the head tonight. Just watch.
Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy.
The plan change. Still be patient and everything else, but he's a genius, bro. He's like I say, coaching him is kind of not coaching, it's just guiding him to extract his full potential. Because he kind of invented his own style of fighting. So how can you teach somebody that created something? How gonna teach Moser? You know what I mean? So he's a genius. The game plan went to pace and everything to let's damage the body and let's make him think that put all his focus on the pain and on the body from middle down, the legs and the body. Let's make him think they're gonna kick only his heads. So if you see Alex use a lot of body shots, a lot of good jabs, he used the body kicks and he used a lot of the leg kicks. So after the knockdown, I think he just saw an opportunity. The hands were just down and he maybe was too wobbly, so he went for the high kick. Me, when I used to fight, actually, if you guys go on YouTube and see my fights, I used to use a lot of high kicks. I'm always a fan of high kicks, but sometimes I'll go even from the gate and throw. He's more patient, he's smarter. He makes the guy think that he's going to kick the legs or something like that. And when the guy's fully prepared, folks, and that's when he go for the head. He only needed one kick. He just kicked one time the head in the fight.
Right. When you say when you say that he invented his own style of fighting, what do you mean by that?
Well, because if you see Pereira, he don't fight like, okay, you look at some fighters, okay, this is a Dutch kickboxer, this is a Muay Thai fighter. On the stand-up fighting, there's many different styles, right? Prohaska do kind of his own thing. Alex, he started boxing, then he started doing kickboxing, then even when he fought Jason Williams the first time, he was more of a boxer. Then when Williams fought him the last time, he even say, Alex is a boxer with kicks, he's not a true kickboxer, but that's when Alex knocked him out with the head kick and the fly knee. So the vision that he have of the game is much ahead, to the point that honestly, there are things that when I was coaching him like 6, 7 years ago, and he used to tell me, just right now, I'm starting to understand and like making sense. Because sometimes he says stuff for me, bro, that I'm like, where the hell this guy came with this stuff? And you even think about, does this work? How can I implement this on this game? And then you start making sense. So he have actually a very special vision of timing, distance, and the angles and the way that he puts stuff and when he puts stuff. You know, it's almost like he have his own style of fighting. He just combine his boxing and in the kickboxing, and the way that he just implements is just light years ahead the vision that he have of the game.
When he dropped him at the end of the first, did you know that it was over? Like, did you know like this would be done in a few seconds in the second round? Did you feel like he was finished?
I knew what was about to be, but he's intelligent. We got to the corner, just make him breathe. When we start to crack, say, this guy's going to come back hard and strong here, bro. I say, yes, he will. He's going to start taking chances. But a left hook like that takes some time for it to recover. Maybe he was recovered, but I think he was just on the point that Alex said to kick him in the head, you know.
So we saw right after he was like fixing his foot. What happened there? Did he injure his foot again, his toe again? What happened?
Oh, he just kicked a hard head really hard.
Okay. So how is his foot now?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah.
Totally fine. The toes
Might
are
want
okay.
to tape a little bit, just like any kickboxing fight. But like, yeah, I think there were fights there he was limping and he was not even bad. So right now he's fine. He was just walking. He was training this morning, so he's fine.
That's crazy. He was training this morning. Is that his decision? He just shows up. How does that go?
No, he just shows up. I think we have some guys fighting in August now. He probably show up to support and break a sweat. The guy's addicted to the game, man.
And
He's a robot.
does he say to you afterwards, like, man, I can't believe this? Because, the beauty of Alex is that it never feels like he's trying hard. It never feels like he's putting on a show. It's effortless when it comes to him. He's so authentic. Does he say to you when it's quiet, when everyone's gone, like, what is going on here? This is crazy.
No, bro, like, it's funny because if you see, he tried to help Prohaska to get up and everything.
Yeah.
Me and Glover were not jumping and everything because we knew that this was going to be the outcome. Somehow we knew. He walks, he put the both hands on the cage that he stalled, he reaches over, he go like this to me and I go, you did say they were going to kick him in the head.
Unbelievable. And then he got a judo belt from Kayla Harrison, but he didn't use any judo in the fight.
Yeah, he was about to, but he just didn't feel that was the right moment. But he was setting it up for the takedown over there.
Amazing.
Bro, you saw the grappling, he's fine, man. Like he really couldn't take him down. And I'm telling people, don't take him for granted. Like he's up there.
So if it was up to you, what does he do next? What's the plan? If it was your call?
Take a break, enjoy the summer. Because right now, if you see, it's not only 2 fights. Since November, he fought 3 times already.
Yeah.
So that's tiring on the body. And I said, bro, just enjoy being a world champion for a little bit. Let's not rush. Let's train. Let's keep training. And whenever the UFC make the call, we just see what they want us to do,
Would you like for him to take the rest of the year off, or do you want him to fight again?
No.
Okay.
Alex Pereira is definitely fighting on the second semester of 2024. 100%.
Okay.
The next few months, they're going to come out with something. Now, we believe that they're going to make the best choice and pull whatever we have to see that is on the table. But yeah, bro, honestly, this guy is crazy. I think maybe that's why he even trained this morning. He came out of the fight. He looked at me and the guy said, listen, this was my second sparring of the camp for Perth. I want to fight on that card.
Stop.
Because he's the box, I swear to God. I said, no. Ed said, look, just pump the brakes a little bit.
If they called him to fight in Perth, you think he would say yes?
I will not be at this point. You know what I mean? He is crazy, bro. But we told him to look, just slow down a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Maybe you never know.
This whole push to fight at heavyweight, how do you feel about it?
I like the idea. I think there's a consequence that's going to happen eventually. I don't think right now is the move because let's just be honest. Heavyweight division is clogged. It's stopped right now.
Yeah.
First Jones got a fight. First Aspinall got a fight. So for us to be chasing some days, not even moving, I don't think is the point. He did show the interest that he want to fight a heavyweight before. We did not get the response back from the UFC about that. So right now we're going to just focus on keep defending that belt over and over again until that division is moving and got something there for us. Like people talk about warm-up fight. I do not want him to have a warm-up fight. I think if we're going to go up, it's going to be to be a champ.
Okay.
I think that'll be the way. But it's his decision at the end and the guys. But my opinion as a coach, I think, you know what I mean, we defend his belt a few more times. And whenever that is ready, that his body is ready to go up there, we go and see what we can get.
So that's interesting because I agree with you. The division is clogged with Jones and Miocic, Aspinall, Blades. So I said, maybe him versus non-title fight like Anderson. You remember Anderson went and fought James Irvin or Forrest Griffin? Him just fighting at heavyweight would be a spectacle, but you don't like that idea. If he goes up, you want him to fight for the belt.
It's not that I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that'll be awesome too, you know what I mean? Whatever is on the table, we got to evaluate. But in my opinion, I think he should just fight straight for the belt. But we got to see what can we do in the next few months. Who is on the table for him to fight,
How do you think it goes, him versus Jon Jones?
I think it would be a mega fight. I think the biggest fight the sport's ever seen. We all respect Jon Jones a lot. And I think it's going to be just a great fight. I'm not going to say this win, that lose fight is a fight, but I think it's going to be the best fight between two great champions.
You saw Yuri at the airport yesterday?
Yes, we did.
How was that?
Great. You know what I mean? We bumped before we took the plane. Like we like him. We like his team. He's a gentleman. He's a true warrior. He lives by the samurai code. Got a little funny on his head about the spiritual side. And Alex, he's not the kind of guy that sends messages. He tells whatever he feels. So we came to him and he even say, look, much respect for you. You know what I mean? I wish you the best. They're like real generous stuff, genuine. And but he says, "Say, look, just so you know, oh, I never touched no witchcraft in my life, regardless indigenous family, you guys, whatever. I'm a man of God the same way as you are, so do not get it twisted.
Okay. Um,
You know,
did he really get a 303K bonus from the UFC?
yes, it did.
Come on.
Yes, it did. Because he was talking to Dana, him and the man, him and Ed in the back, and then they were talking about a bunch of stuff of it. Then, in the same matter of fact, you won performance of the night, and he say $303,000. He go, no, 50. And then he says, yeah, but whoever was translated on the back, and it was not me, say there was 300 grand. Go, and then, but reality of the fact is he did not, they gave 300,000 bonus on 300, and he did not got performance on the night. They gave two for Max, so he was a little bit salty about that. And I think because of all the history, and they take the fight on 2 weeks, and then I look at him and say, you know what, man, I'm going to take care of you. You got a 303.
Ah, amazing. That's
He even
incredible.
joke, he say, Hunter even joke, say, buy a supercar with that money. He go, I got enough supercars. He wants a Cybertruck.
Oh my gosh, incredible. By the way, speaking of 300, were you there when he saw Jamal Hill at the PI?
Yes, I was next. At the PI, yes, I think I was
When they
there.
shook hands, I saw it on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And
But that was just fast. They just shook hands and just left. That's
yeah, but a lot of people, because Jamal was saying some things about him, and then it was very friendly. So were you surprised it was so friendly?
No, I'm not surprised because like I'm surprised that he was that friendly after saying all this crap that he's saying. But at this point, bro, we just, you know what I mean. We don't take nothing personal. We just mind our business. We just do our things. You know what I mean. We just focus on building us and being positive, and everything else around starts to move with us.
If he does stay at 205, would you agree that Magomed Ankalaev is the next guy? Do you think that he would be the next opponent?
I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I don't know. We are just literally waiting on whoever the UFC wants to be on the line. But one thing I'm telling you, he's ready for anybody. Ankalaev or whoever you guys want to put, the guy is ready to fight anybody to a fight at any time.
Mm-hmm. And does the fight against Jamal interest you again?
I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, no. But like I say, if he can win and get that far again, we get there. You know what I mean? I think we got different horizons to pursue right now.
Does Izzy fall into any of those horizons? Like, is that a fight that you think has to happen one more time?
Before they retire, I would love to see that fight again. But like I say, I don't know if Izzy want to fight him. He already expressed the interest on fighting him again, and he's already said that. You know what I mean? He beat him once, and he said that if he fight him again, he wins. He's they're 3-2, and if he lose, the poor tired's gonna go after him.
Yeah.
So things are really hard fight to happen right now. I think they're on different places on their careers right now. But you never know. It has Diaz and McGregor.
Right. Alex is about to turn 37, right? July 7th, I think. How much longer do you think he has left in him?
He's heavy, right? So he's not like a guy that's 155. Heavier division is more about power. You know what I mean? It's not too much about speed, reflexes. So I'll say at least 40 he can do it. But you got to feel. You never know, man. Like sometimes this guy can fight until 45 years old.
Right.
Do I want him to fight until he's 45 years old? No. But he got to listen to his body. The same way that he say about the weight cuts. I'm going to move up when I feel that my body's telling me to go up. I think the same goes with age. When you start losing agility, you start losing reflexes and timing, I think it's time to hang it up. And right now, for me, he's the sharpest they have out there.
And as far as you're concerned, you think eventually at some point we'll see him at heavyweight? Maybe not next, maybe not after that, but at some point he will have a heavyweight fight.
Oh, I don't think Alex will retire before fighting a heavyweight.
Wow.
I think that's the future, like you say. You know what I mean? If maybe next year, let's see. But whenever that division is moving, I think we see what's going on. Right now, defend, but I think is inevitable, especially because he's getting older. Does he want to keep cutting weight like that? Even though this was the easiest weight cut they ever had, actually.
Really?
Light heavyweight. Yes.
How much did he weigh when he accepted the fight?
I think it was like 230 something.
Wow. And this was and how much how much did he weigh on Saturday night?
I think something like that, like 234, 232, something like that.
If he fought at heavyweight, how much do you think he would weigh? What would you want him to weigh at?
I want him to weigh as much as he can without losing his ability of being like agility and his speed.
Right.
Because sometimes they go to heavyweight, but they bulk too much and they lose their main characteristics. You know what I mean? I want him to be agile. I want him to be a tiger. You know what I mean? I want him to be sharp. So I think if you go probably like pull like maybe another 10, 20 pounds, 240-ish.
By the way, if he wins the heavyweight title, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's no denying. No one's won 3 belts. That's absurd. By the way, what was it like when you met Donald Trump?
Oh, he was awesome, man. He's a nice guy. Dana put us in the office to see him, and then they were sitting down watching the prelims. As we walked, Trump looked at him and said, "Oh shit, he's the champ!"
Wow, he knew who he was.
Yeah, he knew both of us, all of us, because he watched the fights. And we hang out there for a little bit, talk to him and everything. He's a very nice guy. He's a real solid person, man.
A few years ago, cool. you were standing next to like a dummy of Donald Trump in a parking lot or something, and now here you are meeting the president or the former president.
I manifested it. I told my boss, one day I'm going to meet the real one.
That's incredible. What a ride, man. Unbelievable. And by the way, you know when this happens, when someone gets a lot of attention with a superstar, a lot of fighters now want to probably come train with you. How are you dealing with all of this attention that you're getting?
Well, I'm dealing fine, to be honest with you. I don't believe right now my focus is Alex Pereira. And I have my gym, and we have training. I'm building my fight team again. I'm moving to Nutley now. We're in Jersey, building a big gym now. I think it's going to be open between this month and next. But my focus is Alex. I do not want to have a team that I have 100 pros over there, because all the folks I'm putting on Pereira, I think is working. So little by little, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm not taking a lot of guys. You know what I mean? I think as many as I can, while I can still support the men over there on the side.
So as far as cornering, it's just Alex?
I corner all the guys too. I corner Turman, but not right now. He's injured, but I corner very few guys. You know what I mean? I don't have too many guys because, you know, I travel a lot with Pereira. You know what I mean? And I'm focused just on running the class, on group class over there for my guys, my younger guys, for the future, yeah. But as far as taking high-profile UFC fighters, right now I'm not taking. I'm just focused 100% to make Alex TBE the best ever.
And the new gym that you're opening, is that available to regular people as well, or just pros?
It's available to fighters. No, regular people, man. If you want to be a better person in your life, hang out, socialize, learn from a world-class level, you come to Cruz MMA in New Jersey.
I love it. And by the way, does Alex get jealous because like you have him, he's such a great fighter, but then you have like really the best ever. Sometimes, you know, Dylan Dennis, he's #1 best ever in the gym. Does Alex get jealous because you have such a superstar like Dylan Dennis in the gym?
Oh no, he understands. He knows how to share. He knows how to share. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
Has he been back? Has he been back, Dylan?
Yeah, he hit me up about a couple of weeks ago to start training again. You know what I mean? He trains in Jersey City, and then sometimes he comes by. I told him that after Pereira fight, we're all going to start getting together again.
This is the secret weapon, by the way. Ever since Dylan came into Alex's life, look at what's happened to him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Plinio, you're the man. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. Appreciate the time and appreciate everything that you do. It's really incredible to watch you guys go to work and continue to do this. It's an amazing thing to witness.
Thanks so much. I appreciate all the support, man. Anytime for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There he is, the great Plinio Cruz. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You can get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.